Hello everyone. Today we are studying diffusion of gases. This is one of the most important and interesting topic as far as joint entrance exam or NEET is considered, right? So we will be studying the topic in such a way so that we can solve the numericals. Look, dear students, there are many faculties, many professors across India and world who are teaching very best. But in our lectures, we will be studying in such an analytical way through which we can solve the question. It's important to understand the concept in such a way so that we can solve the question. That is one of the most important thing, right? Let us directly go to the topic without wasting the time, and I will be introducing myself after the video only. Okay, rest assured, I assure you that we will be studying the topic comparable to the best in India. I mean to say that whenever we would be trying to solve the question, any of the question, then we don't have to come back to the theory. We are studying the theory in an analytical way. Remind it. Okay, so we are studying diffusion of the gases. Let's go. So diffusion of gases. So basically, what is diffusion? We are trying to understand. Let us see. This is hydrogen, okay, and obviously this is NO2. They are filled in two cylinders. These cylinders are closed, obviously they are not open, because they are open then there will be no gas eventually, right? So what we are doing, we are connecting these two cylinders by any means, and in a single cylinder both the gases are being introduced. So what will actually happen, the gas will intermix into each other, and when the gases will intermix into each other, what will happen, H2 and NO2 will be present in the cylinder. That is, the gas will intermix, and this intermixing will not be requiring any kind of external energy. Please keep it in mind. When we are talking, the intermixing will not require any kind of external energy, and this process is called diffusion. Okay, this process is called diffusion. So what is diffusion? Intermixing of gases without any help of external energy, that is called diffusion, right? So what will happen after a certain interval of time? What will happen? A homogeneous mixture will be formed. What is written here? A homogeneous mixture will be formed with time. It will not be heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixture means at any volume, if let us say we are taking a small amount of volume from here, let us say, so this volume, any random volume, you can take any volume, the hydrogen and NO2, the H2 and NO2 will be having same presence. Homogeneous means consistent presence. Okay, so this was the diffusion. So now one more term is being introduced, that is called effusion. So what is effusion? Gases under pressure escape from the vessel through the opening. What actually happens, let us say we do have a cylinder and a gas is filled, and what we are doing is small prick. Let us say there is a balloon, and in the balloon, let us draw a balloon. Okay, we are drawing a balloon, and in a balloon what is happening, a small prick is done over here by the needle. So eventually the gas will run fast outside. The gas will run fast towards outside. That is under pressure. Where is the pressure? External pressure, isn't it? There is a lot of external pressure. So under pressure, the gas is filled under pressure, the gas will run outside very fast. It will run outside. This process is called through a small opening. Okay, not the opening must not be the big, because eventually that will be illogical for the definition of effusion. So the gas is under pressure, it will come out. The gas will come out eventually very fast. It will run out very fast. For example, a tire is being punctured. So if the tire is punctured, the gas comes out from the tire very fast. Or let us say the perfume spray, whenever you prick the spray, you press the button, the top button, you press it from the top, the spray comes out very fast, isn't it? These processes are called effusion. So now there is a difference between effusion and diffusion. We are intermixing the gases and it doesn't require external energy, but for the effusion you require external energy. For spray you have to press, that is you are providing the external energy. So that is the basic difference between effusion and diffusion. And after effusion there will be diffusion. The process of effusion is always followed by the process of diffusion. That is inside the container, which container? You can say you have a bottle of perfume. So some kind of gas came out, isn't it? The good smelling gas that came out from the container, and what actually happened? Some amount of air also entered. Okay, some amount of air also entered into that container. So obviously when the diffusion happened, the effusion happened. After that the diffusion will certainly happen. Okay, the vacuum is not created. Now we have Graham's law, and we are studying Graham's law of diffusion and effusion. We are studying both of them. So we are taking effusion and diffusion, both of them. So under similar condition of pressure and temperature, I mean similar condition means, when we say similar condition, it means we are taking same pressure and same temperature. What will happen? The rate, this is rate of diffusion. The rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to the square root of density. This is relative density. Square root of relative density of the gas. So let us say there are two gases. Okay, we are taking two gases, so the ratio will be equal to the rate of diffusion of gas 1 upon the rate of diffusion of gas 2 will be equal to the square root of d2 upon d1. That is R1 upon R2 is equal to square root of d2 by d1 at same pressure and temperature. Keep it in mind, my dear students. Right. So obviously the vapor density or the relative density, you say Vd multiplied by 2 equal to molar mass. You know it very well. So we can replace d2 by d1 by m2 by m1, because obviously the 2 will be cancelled from numerator and denominator, and what will come? M2 by m1. Now basically what is rate? We need to understand this. We are saying the rate is equal to R1 by R2 equal to d2 by d1. So basically what is rate? Rate is volume occupied by gas in a certain time. Rate means speed. That is how fast a volume is occupied. So obviously volume occupied by time taken. Rate means speed, distance upon time, volume upon time, or the pressure leaked upon time. You can say distance upon time. You can say pressure leaked, pressure leaked upon time, or volume upon time, right? Or the volume upon time. You can take any one. Distance, because rate means speed. So pressure leak upon time, volume upon time, or distance upon time. Distance covered by a gas. For example, we are diffusing a gas through a tube, very thin tube. So what will happen? Distance upon time. The distance covered by time taken is equal to the rate of diffusion of the gas inside the very thin tube. So obviously we can write it comparing two gases, R1 by R2 equal to V1 by T1 upon V2 by T2, and that will eventually be equal to D2 by D1 square root and M2 by M1 square root, isn't it? So let us say if V1 and V2 are equal, we can directly compare the time. For example, the gases are being filled in two vessels of same volume, so there will be V1 equal to V2, so T1 equal to T2, or let us say V1 or V2 are different but T1 and T2 are same, so V1 by V2 equal to, so if T1 equal to T2, then we will take directly V1 by V2. Now we have studied, let us see, we have studied under similar condition of pressure and temperature, that is at same pressure and temperature, the ratio of the rates will be inversely proportional to the square root of their corresponding densities. Now let us say the temperature and pressure are different. Now what will happen to the rate? we will have to consider in